Hi everyone, I am Aisha, belongs to the Department of Multimedia and from the E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College, Valancheri. So here we are going to discuss about advertising, the meaning and definition of advertising and the types of advertising. Okay, so we all know that advertising is an inevitable part of our life. And what is advertising? So here we are going through what is advertising and what is the meaning and definition of advertising. So we know that advertising is a paid form of communication by those the product or the owner of the product giving a message to the consumers. Okay, it's a paid form of communication from the product's owner to the consumer. And advertising is a tactic or a strategy. Okay, we can call it as a strategy because advertising is paying for a space or buying a space to promote your product or service. It's just taking a space to promote your product or to promote your service and to watch or to make watched all your viewers, all your consumers and all your customers. Okay, and it just make an impulsive or it just make the buyers to buy the product or the consumers, the customers to buy the product. Okay, so we can definitely call advertising as a strategy or a marketing tactic. Okay, so one more point is there. So we already discussed about advertising is a marketing strategy or a marketing tactic, and also it encourages the buyers to buy their product. So we are next moving to the features of advertising. Okay, so we already firstly discussed about the features of advertising. The first is it's a paid form of communication. So first feature is it's a paid form of communication because we paid for a communication from the product's owner to the consumers. Okay, and second one is it is an impersonal communication or it's an impersonal presentation, which means advertising is a monologue, not a dialogue, because if I am a product's owner and I am producing an advertisement to my customers or my consumers, it's only the communication between the company and the consumers, and it's not the point, it is a monologue, not a dialogue. Okay, and third one is speedy and mass communication. We all know that advertising can reach a many million of people simultaneously, so we can call it as speedy and mass communication. And last one is identified sponsor. Okay, identified sponsor is another feature of advertising, and the sponsor can be identified. Okay, so if we are an advertising agency, we should identify the sponsor. That means the sponsor should be the company's owner or the buy owner. A buy owner is just similar to a supermarket or the outlet that sells our product. Okay, so these are the main 4 features of advertising. Okay, so now we are moving to the types of advertising. Mainly there are 7 types of advertising are there, and we are discussing about those 7 are here. Okay, so first one is print advertising, second one is outdoor advertising, third one broadcast, fourth one covert, fifth one surrogate advertising, and public service advertising, and finally celebrity advertising. Okay, so we can move in detail to all the types of advertising. So first one is print advertising. It's really very common one. A print advertising is it's just printing an advertisement or printing a message on a sheet of paper. That's all. Okay, just printing the advertisement or printing the message on a sheet of paper. And the examples of print advertising are newspaper, magazines, brochures and flyers. Okay, and the second one is outdoor advertising. Outdoor advertising is much little common to us because when we are traveling around or when we are focusing around or we are just focusing around us, we can see very familiar that outdoor advertising. Mainly outdoor advertisings are billboards. We can see that large boards containing the different types of advertisings, and it's really very eye-catching and it's really very attractive, and this is one of the example of outdoor advertisement. Okay, now we are moving to the third one, broadcast advertising. It's really very popular one because advertising through a medium like television, radio or internet. Okay, mainly the broadcasting medium. We choose the advertising medium as a broadcasting medium like television, internet and radio. Okay, it's very popular and very common one. When we are looking on a television or when we are watching through the internet, we can definitely see minimum 1 ad. Okay, so that is broadcast advertising. So it's very popular and very common, and we all are familiar with broadcast advertising. It's just simply that is advertising through internet, radio and television. And now we are moving to the fourth one. The fourth one is covert advertising. It's much common, but we are not familiar with that word. The covert advertising is, okay, the covert advertising means it's a unique kind of advertising in which a product or a particular brand is incorporated in some entertainment and media channels like television, movie shows, and even sports shows like that. It just means that advertising in between a movie or advertising in between some programs like that. Okay, we can specify that in a film or in films that the actor, the main character or the main actor is using some special brands, or he is using some special products like that, and it's just a type of promoting that product or service. So covert advertising means advertising through or advertising in between movies, programs, TV channel shows, or sports shows, etc. Okay, that's simply covert advertising is. Okay, so next we are moving to the next one, surrogate advertising. It's really means it is an advertising. It's a form of advertising which is used to promote some banned products. Okay, it is used to promote banned products by the government. Okay, the example is it's used to promote like cigarette, alcohol. Okay, so it's really very common. We are seeing many of the alcohol advertisements or cigarette advertisements in many ways, or in between some programs. Okay, so this is the type of surrogate advertisement. Okay, so we can check one example of surrogate advertisement. This is one of the main example of surrogate advertising. You can see there the Kingfisher, the company, the Kingfisher. It's an alcohol company. Kingfisher is sponsoring our team. So we can see that the company, the Kingfisher company, it's an alcohol company, and it is promoting our team, and it is important that the sponsor should be mentioned in their jersey. Okay, so surrogate advertising, it's a really very example of that, and surrogate advertising is simply advertising some banned products. So next one is public service advertising. So public service advertising is also known as public service announcement. It's just an announcement, or it's just creating an awareness in between the public. Okay, just we can say that. Okay, so next one is public service advertising. Public service advertising, we can also call it as public service announcement. Public service announcement is just creating awareness in between or in among the public. It's just like that. Okay, government entities or government creating some messages or giving some messages to the public about whatever or whomever it is concerned about, just like cigarette advertisements, just like AIDS advertisements. Okay, so it's just simply that the government entities are creating an awareness among the public. Just simply that's all about public service advertisement or public service announcement. Okay, this is one example of public service advertisement. And next one, or the last one but not the least, celebrity advertisement. Celebrity advertising is very common, very popular, and really very worthwhile. We all know that. We all are searching for some celebrity advertisement, because celebrity advertisement can make a very powerful impact on the public or in the consumers and the customers of that product it is 100% sure about. Celebrity advertising, it's just simply that from that name itself we can know that, or we can find that celebrity advertising or celebrity advertising is just focusing or just placing a familiar face or a celebrity from the field of film or from the field of sports or any fame field, and that typical person is placed on that advertising, and it's definitely sure that the product will move on. So simply we can say that celebrity advertising is facing a celebrity's image to sell their product. Simply that's all. Okay, so celebrity advertising is placing a face of a celebrity, a superstar, to move their products. It's simply when we all are familiar with that, celebrity advertising. So it's just simply that a celebrity advertising is, and we can check some examples. Okay, this is one example of celebrity advertising. It's a really very common one, I think. Okay, so finally, so we had discussed about the types of advertising. The mainly 7 types are here. So we discussed in detail each of the point here. So I hope all you are clear about the topics, and thank you.